Parts of London were brought to a standstill today by climate change protesters at the start of what's set to be a two-week demonstration. Police have made more than 200 arrests already after activists targeted the heart of government in Westminster and Whitehall, blocking bridges and roads and causing disruption. The Extinction rebellion group is holding protests in 60 cities across the world, calling on governments to act now to avert what they say is a climate emergency. From the protests, here's Rachel Younger.
The chant of protest as police run towards demonstrators chained to a hearse in the very heart of London. The images are shocking and they're designed to be. The hearse symbolising a dying planet, the rebels ready to risk their safety for future generations.
I'm just a father of two children that's very frightened of their future.
And emotion is often close to the surface. There is music and dancing, but the thousands gathering in London are not here for a celebration. Their cause too urgent and their commitment often unquestionable. This trailer bringing Trafalgar Square to a halt because of a young IT worker chaining herself to its chassis.
What's happening here shows you the lengths protesters are willing to go to. It's claustrophobic, it's uncomfortable, it's dangerous. But 5,000 of the rebels who are coming to London this week have said they're willing to be arrested for the cause.
We spoke just before that happened.
Why risk your future for this?
I don't have a future anyway if climate change continues to happen. If the climate and ecological disaster continues on, like, what are we going to be doing?
Around her, the traffic jams grew, but strangely for London, tempers largely stayed in check.
No, it's okay. It's for the global and pollution.
So you back them despite the inconvenience?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because we had no warning. I'm trying to just do a job and it's all of a sudden we've come into this.
But many feel they have to be here. On Lambeth Bridge, we found a former chief superintendent, not policing, but protesting.
I joined the police to protect the community, and I feel the need to do that again. Our government are just not doing enough to address the climate emergency.
A few metres away, a group of NHS doctors, one an accident and emergency consultant.
Recently we have been seeing patients with things like heat stroke. We see patients with conditions related to air pollution all the time. But actually this is just the tip of the iceberg. Over the next few years, unfortunately, we're going to be seeing all sorts of problems related to climate change.
The protesters are calling for truth from the government, immediate government action and citizen assemblies to confront the climate emergency.
What do we want? Climate justice!
The rebels, ordinary people, and some less so.
The possibility of extinction of our species as well as all the other species that are dying at the moment is a very difficult thing to look at and not just give up or feel hopeless about.
But this is essentially about hope. The belief that if enough people show up, they can make this protest as effective as it is inconvenient. Rachel Younger, ITV News, Central London.
And those scenes were mirrored in cities right across the world. At least 30 people were arrested in Sydney as activists there stopped traffic in the business district of the city. In New Zealand, protesters glued and chained themselves to cars and blocked roads outside Parliament. Campaigners also took their march to the Ministry for Business to petition against oil exploration permits. And in Germany, campaigners gathered at the Victory Column monument in Berlin while streets were empty of cars because of a group sit-in to disrupt the traffic.